Worksheet 4.8, we're solving simultaneous linear equations by drawing their graphs. Okay, so if we look here, our first equation here, y is equal to 2x. Here, our y-intercept is at 0, y is equal to 0, and here our gradient, our m, is equal to 2. If we look at our second equation here, y is equal to 4, our y is 4, and we have no gradient, is 0 here. So we can mark our points here on our graph. So we need here our y to go up to, say, 5, more than 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we're going to put our y-intercept, so we just go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So we can draw in our first line here. Our y-intercept is 0 and our gradient is 2. So across by 1, up by 2, our line goes like this. So our second line here, y is equal to 4. Y is always 4 here. So we can find the point where they meet here. So our y will be 4, and here our x is 2. And we can check this by making both sides equal here. So here 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2, substitute here, and we know our y must be equal to 4. So this is our point here, 2, 4, and that's the coordinates of our point of intersection here. So for our next graph here, first of all we have y is equal to 4x minus 3. So our y-intercept is minus 3 and our gradient is 4. For our second equation, y is equal to 1 minus x. Here our y-intercept is at 1 and our gradient is minus 1 here. So we want to draw on our labels. We've got our y and our x. So here we know y minus 3, and here our other y-intercept is at 1. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, oops, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4 there. So drawing our first line here, our y-intercept is minus 3 and our gradient is 4. So we go across by 1 and up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So our line goes like this. Y is equal to 4x minus 3. For our second line here, our y-intercept is here at 1 and our gradient is minus 1. So we go down by 1 and across by 1. So we cut through here. So here we have now y is equal to 1 minus x here. So if we look at the point where these two meet here, so we see they meet here, a bit less than 1 and a bit more than 0 there. So we can work through here, we can find, so we found this graphically, and it's a bit hard to read off this sort of graph. If we drew it up using graph paper it would be a lot better. But here if we set our sides equal to each other, 4x minus 3 is equal to 1 minus x, move that one over, so 5x is equal to 1 plus 3 is 4. Here x is equal to 4 on 5 or 0.8. Setting in our y is equal to 1 minus x, 0.8 is 0.2. So we can see, yep, here our point pretty close to our 0 is 0.2 on our y, and our pretty close to our 1 is so 0.8, 0.2. So for question 3, we want to sketch these two graphs here and same set of coordinates and find our coordinates here. So here y is equal to 2x minus 2. Our y-intercept is at minus 2 and our gradient is 2. For our second equation here, y is equal to 4x. Our y-intercept is at 0 and our gradient m is equal to 4. So we'll draw these on here. So we're going to say here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 here. So we can draw our lines on. So our y-intercept for our first one is at minus 2 and our gradient is 2. So we go across by 1, up by 2. We draw our line in. Y is equal to 2x minus 2. For our second line here, y is equal to 4x. Our y-intercept is 0. We go across by 1 and up by 4 here. And down here is where we meet here. Okay, so here we can check, red. Here where we meet, we have minus 4, minus 2, minus 4. And we can check this here. We're saying, well, 2x minus 2 is equal to 4x. We move our 2 over. So 2x is equal to minus 2. X is equal to minus 1. And our y here is equal to 4x. Y is equal to minus 4. So we look here, well, I didn't draw my graph very well. If I try and straighten this up as if I used a ruler, I would probably get more accurate lines here, and we should have met here, continue down here, at minus 1, minus 4. And this is the issue with drawing without graph paper. Okay, so now for here. This question here, 4. We have two lines that we want to sketch here. So y is equal to 4 minus x. Here, so our y-intercept is at 4. And here our gradient, m, is minus 1. So now for our second line here, we rearrange y is equal to x plus 3. Our y-intercept is at 3. And here our gradient m is 1 here. So we can put some scale on our axes. We've got our x, our y. So our y-intercept, we've got 4 and we've got 3 here. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And so here we're going to say minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2. There. So for our first line, our y-intercept is at 4. Our gradient is minus 1, so we go across by 1, down by 1 here. So we draw our line in. And our other line, where our y-intercept is 3, and our gradient is 1. Across by 1, up by 1 here. So my lines aren't perfect here. But if we look here, we're going to say, well, it's about there at about a half. And here our y is going to be about 3.5. And we can check with our equations. We say 4 minus x is equal to x plus 3. Here, so here we get 2x is equal to 1. X is equal to a half, and we check our y is equal to a half plus 3 is 3.5. And this is our point here, 0.5, 3.5 here.